Hello and welcome to this very special edition of the Punters Guide. We're here at Doncaster. It's the Betfred St Leger. I'm delighted to be joined by Frankie Foster and Jason Weaver. I'll start with you, Frankie. Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. We've done all 5 classics.
Yeah, such a good year, let alone a good festival to close us out, Mark. It's been great from the Guineas to the Derby Festival and now the Betfred St Leger Festival. All 5 classics and the one with the most history to finish. Jockeys will really want to win this.
I was with Fred when it was first pitched to him, Jason, and straight away he just went, yep, let's do it.
Yeah, I jumped in, took the bull by the horns, as they always say, and threw in the bonus for the possibility for anybody to get the Triple Crown. And it looked on the cards, didn't it, after we had the 2,000 guineas winner. Then it was sunk, obviously didn't go in the Derby. But listen, the offer was there, the gauntlet was thrown down.
And the beauty of this as well, we had the Guineas, which I really enjoyed, the Derby, obviously, the true test of a thoroughbred, and then you've got the Betfred St Leger, a very different race.
Yeah, it is, but I remember speaking to John Gosden here after one of his many St Leger winners, and he said, listen, you may well think, or people talk, that it's just about stamina. You've got to have a huge slice of quality to come around here and pick up the final classic of the season. It's not just about stamina. There's got to be a lot of speed in there as well.
And I'll tell you something else about Fred as well. When we found out there was 7 runners yesterday, I spoke to him. Fred said, still go 3 places each way. The only high street bookie, 3 places each way on the St Leger, yet there's 7 runners. That is massive.
I think it makes our job a bit easier, doesn't it, Jace? Because it's such a muddled field and I was trying to really sort of get stuck in, are we going to bother with the shorty? What are we going to back? As soon as Fred said, let's go 3 places, well, it opens up options. Do we go Karmas each way as a bet to nothing? Do you have a stab at further? He blows hot and cold. So it's made the race much more exciting from a punting perspective, and I think has made it a little bit easier for us to assess.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And there were a few people moping around yesterday when the final declarations came out. But, punters immediately, regardless as to what class of race it is, and we're talking about the final classic of the year, they immediately latch on to that fact. Oh, down to 7, got no opportunity. I'm an each-way punter. They have got an opportunity now.
Right, it's the oldest classic. It's the longest classic. We have 3 places each way as well. Right, before we talk about the each way angle, because that is definitely a big part of this race now, I'll be back in Scandinavia to win and then back in 1 each way. Let's talk about potential winners. Surely Scandinavia, after that last performance, has got a cracking chance. Tom Marquand as well. And you know what? Tom has won the Leger before, but it was in 2020 when there was no crowd. So I bet he'd love to win the Leger tomorrow in front of what's going to be a huge crowd.
He had a proper ride on Santorini Star, didn't he, on day 1 as well? If he can be as tough as he was on her on board Scandinavia, then he's in with a good chance. And look, I mean, Scandinavia almost burst onto the scene at Goodwood, downing Illinois, and the rumours were that Illinois was the next coming of Kyprios. So if that is true, then that form reads really, really well. I can't make my mind up on the O'Brien runners. I think Lambourne really is the one to beat coming into it out of those 2 because he's a Betfred Derby winner. And we talk about the Triple Crown.
And if you look how he finished the Derby as well.
Exactly. And if any horse, okay, the Triple Crown's fantastic, but if any horse can pick up 2 classics, that's still massive. If he can do the Betfred Derby and the Betfred St Leger, he'll go down in history as a seriously tough horse. And I think he's probably the one to beat out of those 2 at the top.
So are you a Lambourne man then?
No, I'm an each-way man. Yeah, the 3 places on Karmas. Karmas has beaten half the field. He won the Queen's Vase with further behind. He was ahead of Lambourne in the Great Voltigeur at York. He's only had 4 starts. He's improving. I actually don't think he had the best run at York, and given a little bit more time and a bit more track, might have even got there to beat Pride of Arras, who's put in 2 massive performances at the track, maybe a bit of a track specialist. So for me, he just ticks so many boxes. And when you get 3 places and he's 4s, 5s, bet to nothing, I can't find the winner. I'll have a go each way.
Interesting stuff. Aidan O'Brien's only won the race 8 times.
Yeah, just bidding for win number 9 in the lineup. Scandinavia, for me, I think that when you think he's come from his opening rating that he was given was a mark of 89. He's already climbed to 117. He's not reached his ceiling as yet. And I was just trying to think, why would they go down that route with the jockeys? Tom Marquand for him. You've obviously got Barcelona, Stay True, and Levy on Lambourne.
Did he get first pick? Is that
No,
true,
I don't think he got first pick.
No.
The only reason I could think that they went down there is that Tom actually rode Scandinavia in one of his maidens last year when he came over. So there's just some little bit of continuity. So he would have ridden him then, and it's nearly like a confidence booster. You've ridden the horse as a juvenile, you get legged up here for the Betfred St Leger Classic, right? Seen how much he's grown, seen how much he's changed and filled into his frame. Now we got something to go to war with. It's like an added bonus for the rider.
You've been there on the big days as a jockey. Tom will
Got
handle...
beat in the Leger with double trigger, even though they've got a statue of him over there and a bar down the bottom to drown your sorrows. Thank you.
Tom will cope with the pressure, no problem.
Oh, yeah. And 7 runners as well. Now, Johnny Murtagh, who rode over 50 individual Group 1 winners for Aidan O'Brien, said the best thing about when you ride for the team and they have multiple runners, you know how the race is going to be run, right? They know where the pace is going to be. Is it a Lambourne because we know that he guaranteed to stay? Would he want to go real solid up on the front end? You've got the other horse, Stay True, who could be anything because we've only seen him on 3 occasions. But the jockeys will know the way the race is going to be run.
No real hard luck stories here, is there, either? Seven runners, a long straight. It's a beautiful track.
Yeah, it is. And they've been coming down the centre as well, haven't they? That's the thing as well, so they've opened it up. When they stay down on the fence, that's when it can cause a little bit of traffic problems. But yeah, it's fair. It's a good galloping track.
Right, let's quickly go through the other races live on ITV at Doncaster on Saturday. The 1:15, we've got this mile handicap. The Crisford team are going to probably have a favourite here in Treble T.
Yeah, well, I think that Bo Pedro will give you a real big run for your money. He goes for Georgino Rutter. Hopefully the teams are scoring plenty this weekend. That's exactly what we want. And he's a fascinating runner. He virtually clipped heels last time at the furlong marker. He's a big each-way player, Bo Pedro. Second in this last year.
A quick word on the 1:15, Frankie.
Champagne Stakes, yeah, all about go on from... Oh, sorry, I've jumped to race. The 1:15, Bo Pedro I like. Also Hawksbill for Hugo Palmer. I spoke to him on a weekend when he had a double, and I said, can you do the triple with Hawksbill? He said he's coming back from a gelding up. Give him time. Since then he's come second twice. He's been knocking on the door. They do like him.
Now give your Betfred Champagne Stakes selection.
Go on! It's all about go on. It has to be. He was so tough at York, getting the better of Italy. I think he's the one to beat.
He's a fascinating runner. Look, bidding to maintain his 100% record. I'm going to go Oxagon in here, who ran really well. Dramatic improvement when bolting up by 8 lengths at Sandown last time.
And I love the Portland at 2:25, the Betfred Portland. It's one of the big races of the autumn for me. I love getting stuck into it. Air Force One will be favourite, second at York at the weekend. I was looking at Tropical Storm.
Yes.
It's a huge price.
Huge price. I love him. He was 4th in the Flying Childers, I think, last year. He's won a listed race beating Star of Memas. That form reads really well. And then, not that I'm even trying to make excuses, beating in a Group 1 at Ascot, he's not good enough for that. You have to give him one excuse in a handicap. I don't know the reason why, but he was eased down. And then last time out at York, squeezed out, nowhere to go, race over. He's better than what he's shown.
Portland.
Diablo Rocco, who goes for Kevin Philippart Lafoy and Rowan Scott. I think that form of his in the Commonwealth trial behind Big Mojo was rock solid. Pulled up, he was lame last time. Give him a pass on that. We've got the Band-Aid on. He's ready to go.
And finally, the Betfred Park Stakes.
Oh, gosh, Marvel Man, 3rd in the Hungerford at Newbury. The winner, who Jace loves for Haggis, may well be a Group 1 horse. Rager Bambi in 4th has great Newbury form. I think the form of that race will hold up really, really strong. I think that's the sort of key form line.
And everybody's going to latch on to Shadow of Light. Of course, last year's champion juvenile. He hasn't been in the same form. I'll swerve him, and I quite like the look of King's Gamble with the blinkers on for the first time. Disappointed last time, and let's hope he focused.
Right, back to the Betfred St Leger. Who wins?
Scandinavia going to be 5 or more home alone in the final classic of the year.
Karma's, that's your each way bet, but I think he can win.
Scandinavia, but I'm going to back one each way as well because there's only 7 runners, but we are 3 places each way. It's the Betfred St Leger on Saturday, the final classic of the season. Be lucky.